Good evening and thanks for joining us. It's something that nobody wants, noisy neighbors. And when you're used to the quiet serenity of an out-of-town acreage, industrial companies setting up next door isn't ideal. Some changes to a property bylaw are in question for the RM of Britannia, and residents are speaking out. Anika Nottveit has more.
If that leads to industrial, then what's saying this one won't lead to industrial? And that here is very close to my house as far as I'm concerned.
Darlene Waring takes pride in the plot of land she has just 2 kilometers east of the city and doesn't want to see it change.
And I don't want my property value dropping because of industrial area. And I'm sure anybody on that council, that's the last thing you want is a truck yard or pipe yard or anything that has noise all hours of the night. You want to sleep at night.
Right now, the bylaw in place protects landowners by keeping industrial yards at least half a mile from residential property. Council is looking to get rid of that bylaw and held a public hearing last week.
Well, we've asked the questions and listened to the people that are, or to their comments, and now we'll go home and think about it and make our decision next meeting.
A lot of people in the RM weren't happy with how they heard, or rather didn't hear about the changes, with just a few notices posted in a local paper around Christmas time. But the Reeve says they followed protocol.
Yeah, we're doing it by what we were told to do it, and if they want change there, they'll have to go to the province, as far as I'm thinking. I might be wrong, but as far as I know, we're doing it right.
Now, Darlene Waring's land will be directly affected by the changes to the bylaw, but she isn't the only one, and she took it into her hands to tell others.
I let them know that I showed them the information, I showed them the bylaw change, the information that was in the paper, and they were quite concerned. And if I'm concerned, I'm sure a lot of people would be concerned.
With plenty of feedback at the public meeting, Council says they will take comments into consideration and a decision will be made at the next meeting on February 12th. Anika Nottveit, Newcap News.
It was a camel-filled Saturday at the R.J. Lalonde Arena in Bonnyville. The Bonnyville Pontiacs paid homage to our troops in a special way for their Military Appreciation Night. Fraser Snowden has more.
The night was all about the military on Fort Wayne Cold Lake and appreciating what they do for our country.
Fight for our rights and freedoms so that we can enjoy the luxuries that we do each and every single day, and then as well as to recognize how they're involved in our community.
To commemorate the night, a special camouflage jersey was made for the players.
Oh, they look fantastic. The players really suit them well. They look good.
They wore them for the night, and the tribute jerseys were auctioned off throughout the game. Coach Swan says it all goes to a great cause.
To see the support with people bidding on the jerseys so that we can get involved in a secondary cause, which is the Bonnyville Health Foundation, so that they can purchase machinery to become the world-class facility that they are and support and contribute to that.
Hundreds of people came from the base to cheer them on.
We had about 100 to 120 soldiers plus their families, so about 200 people from Cold Lake came down, which is fantastic. They were hosting us amazingly well, and it was a good turnout. Hopefully we can continue to do this in the future as well.
The Pontiacs had a chance to visit Fort Wayne, and for one player whose hometown is Stillwater, Minnesota, this was a great experience.
It was very nice. A lot of them are serving their country there, and I'm not from here, obviously, so it's nice to see people serving their country and doing everything that they are. I support them 100%. Canada's our neighbor, and so it's nice to support them and have this appreciation night for them.
Coach Swan says he hopes to host more appreciation nights in the future. In Bonnyville, Fraser Snowden, Newcap News.
And the Bonnyville Pontiacs raised more than $10,000 from their jersey sales for the Health Foundation. The Lloydminster Fish and Game Association's Family Wildlife Banquet and Awards Night was in full swing on Saturday with a gathering of outdoors enthusiasts of the border city and area. The annual tradition included a raffle draw, different types of meat, and entertainment for all ages. Graham McCann was there and has more.
Around 500 avid outdoors people and members of the Lloydminster Fish and Game Association gathered in record numbers. The organization began in 1927, and the banquet has been entertaining hunters and wildlife enthusiasts for more than 60 years.
We have two basic purposes, I guess. One is to raise some money for our youth programs and our habitat programs. And the other thing is to award trophies to our members that have either taken fish or birds or big game animals that are judged to be the best this past year.
A big part of the organization is a focus on youth, teaching them about the outdoors, wildlife, and the proper care of firearms. Dave Mackenzie is a hunter and has been part of the LDFGA for about 25 years, and he supports the focus on kids.
I come here to support the wildlife because I think it's very important that the youth of our community and stuff are involved in the wildlife. It's just a good organization for sure. It's the camaraderie, being with people that enjoy the same sport that you do. So it's very, very rewarding.
Ali Ball was just 5 years old when she joined the LDFGA. She says she enjoys collecting rifles and has become fond of hunting white-tailed deer.
I just got American Ruger, so I like those. I have probably about 6 or 7 guns.
And her favorite thing about attending this event is the food.
I like it because you get to try different foods that you never get to try, and it's all wild. Horse, moose, beaver, rabbit. Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Porcupine, beaver, rabbit, the stuff that they have here. It's all pretty good stuff.
To join the Lloydminster Fish and Game Association, you can sign up through most area sports and gun stores. Graham McCann, Newcap News.
As part of the second annual Vermilion Winter Fair, Snowmobile Expo was held yesterday, showcasing a wide variety of skidoos. Fairgrounds snowmobiles from the 1930s and brand new ones were on display from all across Alberta and Saskatchewan. Admission was a food bank donation. The Vermilion Winter Fair wrapped up today. If you made it out to Starbucks on Friday in the border city, all your coffee money went to a good cause. It was Friends and Family Day, and 100% of the proceeds during the day went towards the Lloydminster Interval Home. Now, the final tally was just over $3,700. Starbucks staff had a goal of $2,000 and were pleased to go beyond that number. Now, if you want to donate to the Interval Home Society, go to intervalhome.ab.ca.